Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing another installment in the Luxury Will I Buy It series, but here on my channel, we like to add a little French twist. So for collections we do want, we say oui, but for collections we don't want, we say non merci. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. Thank you for joining me this morning on this beautiful summer day. We're going to get our steps in outside, at the mall, at department stores. We're going to window shop and browse and see which beauty collections are new, coming out on the market, and what is actually worth spending our hard-earned money on. So first up here, I have news, I have an update about the new Guerlain Le Rouge G lipsticks and cases. So they have revamped this entire series here, which has been quite confusing because they've had these for a while, but they appear to have new cases here. And I have an update. So I saw Lexi Jong, she purchased the new cases here and she has a video that she posted on her Instagram. I'll provide her and everyone else in the description box their links to their pages. So she has the new Guerlain lipsticks, which you buy separately, and then you buy the case separately. And she tried to pair it with the previous cases. And you can see here, they sort of fit, but they don't. Like, I don't think that they'll fall out, but they clearly were not made to fit perfectly. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because we had that discussion previously. So again, she has the new lipsticks with the previous cases, and yeah. When I see this, there's a phrase that comes to mind, ça fait cheap. So I've taught you oui, non merci. I've taught you also peut-être. Peut-être means maybe. Ça fait cheap, it just means like, that's kind of cheap, you know? Ça fait cheap. Ça fait cheap.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle.
Mais Poupou!
It's kind of cheap. I don't know. Really, Guerlain? That's so disappointing. And part of my brain doesn't even want to compute that this is real. I'm like, no, surely. Because I have several of their cases. I have multiple of the Parisian series, the tweeds, just the beautiful tartans and just gorgeous, gorgeous cases. And I bought them thinking over the years, I'll just buy a new lipstick here and there and get to enjoy this forevermore. Those of you who've been buying with Guerlain longer than I have, is this something that happens? Because some of you who watch me have been buying Guerlain for like 30 years. So is this a thing that has happened before? Is this something that we should all be aware of? You know, do they change the cases like this often? Or is this something that you have seen happen? So this is not a oui or non merci. It's more of a ça fait cheap. Yeah. Over on WG Beauty, we have an update here for the Fendi perfume line. Yes, the Fendi Fun Furs fashion line. They have, well, they're celebrating their 100-year anniversary soon. And to honor this, they're coming out with a fragrance line. So as far as I'm aware, Fendi has not done beauty. They've done fashion strictly. But because it is the 100-year anniversary of the Fendi line, and they still have Fendi family members running Fendi, they've decided to come out with a fragrance line and this fragrance collection. It's coming out this summer 2024, but the 100-year anniversary is next year. So I'm not sure why there's that discrepancy, but they're coming out with this scent line this summer, and different family members from Fendi, different Fendi icons within the brand and family will have inspired or be inspired by these perfumes. Like one perfume here, Casa Grande, I believe that's the founder. That's inspired by the founder, Adele Casagrande. So she's the one who opened the Fendi boutique in 1925 with her husband, Eduardo Fendi. So this perfume, I think the Casa Grande might be a bit more my speed. There are notes of cherry, amber, vanilla, tonka bean. I do like a sweet gourmand perfume. I don't have notes for every single fragrance, but there will be several. I think there will be actually 7 out. So I don't have a price range either. I can imagine it's going to be the same price range as the exclusive lines for Chanel, for Dior, Yves Saint Laurent. It's Fendi after all. Unclear where this will be sold. If you have a Fendi boutique, probably there, and possibly other big department stores as well. I do have a price. If you would like to buy a box of each of the fragrance, so a box of 7 miniature 10 milliliter perfumes, you can purchase that for 300 euros. Okay. Probably a non merci. I will give it a try. I would love to just, try them on my skin, see how they wear. But I'm often not super into the very niche fragrances, so it's probably a non merci for me. I like the idea. Let's hope that they are nice. And those of you who do like those niche exclusive perfumes, this may be more for you. Not everything is for me, thank goodness. Okay, moving on to a Meet Beauty talk. Here we have something new from Clé de Peau. This is going to be a new face powder. It's actually going to be a foundation powder, and it's going to be part of the Fall 2024 collection. Oh my god, Fall 2024, it's May. All right, let's persevere. It's going to be a new powder foundation. The new powder foundation contains a unique skincare ingredient that blends smoothly onto the skin. It prevents shine and creasing, okay, while maintaining a silky, matte, and transparent finish. Transparent finish. I hope that just means like feeling and looking like your skin. It says it's a foundation, not a powder. So it may just be very light. I do like when a face foundation powder is actually lightweight. In my mind, I think previous versions of foundation powders or powder foundations were very heavy and cakey. Some of these new ones are more hybrid, very light, very sheer, which is nice. So it's going to have a little bit of fragrance as well, so just be mindful of that. It's going to have a light to mild fragrance made from natural rose oil. Okay. Here is what the case will look like here. I imagine that this will be refillable because a lot of new products from Clé de Peau, the compacts, are refillable. So this looks here like you could buy the case separately and then the product separately, which they do make you do sometimes with the eyeshadows and such. It'll have a little brush. The brush looks nice. Looks like a good size. And let's see how many shades there are. I'm not really sure if this is representative of all the shades available. So apparently Asia is reporting 6 shades available, but unsure yet for the rest of Europe and USA. I certainly hope there's more than 6, but again, I'm confused a little bit by the wordage of foundation, but then translucent. Maybe it's just going to be a very soft, blurring powder, in which case those types of products don't usually have much color to them because you don't really need it. So let's just put a pin in this one. It's a peut-être, a maybe. I kind of like the idea of a powder foundation more for summer than fall winter, and honestly I'm like, fall winter could never exist. Obviously it's summer now. Don't know what these people are talking about. Moving on to makeup on your radar 2. We have new makeup releases here coming from Yves Saint Laurent YSL. So these are the YSL Couture Mini Clutch Eyeshadow Palettes. These are quads, and we have 4 new shades available. Now, I'm a little bit confused because these look very similar to ones I've seen before. I have yet to actually dip my toe into YSL palettes because the release has been extremely disjointed here in Canada. There are some palettes at some stores, but not all the range, not the full range, and the shades available were just not that very enticing to me. These ones here look like a batch of neutrals. So we have the one that's like a smoky eye palette. Looks classic, looks pretty. The one next to it, that is the one that I think is calling me the most. It looks boring, but honestly, those types of palettes tend to be the prettiest. Just like no-brainer, user-friendly, workhorse, something you can wear day in, day out. You don't have to think. It just always looks pretty. I think that's the one that I would go for. The one diagonal to that one, I don't really like that yellow. I'm kind of wondering if it's a gold because it does look similar to the other one, but just some of the shades look a little bit lighter. And I'm just curious because these are promo photos, so we always have to take a generous pinch of salt or grain of salt with it. And then we have the one with the orange. The orange is really what's called, like what's pulling my eye here, and I don't like it. I'm sort of just putting my finger over the orange just to block it out. I like the other colors, but I don't think I like the orange very much. I want to see what the texture is like, because the 710, I think that one looks the prettiest, but I'm really curious with that top color that's the most satiny, luminous one, if it's like a taupe shade or if it's like a beautiful satin. I'm really curious. And if you've tried YSL Beauty, specifically the eyeshadows, leave a comment. Let us know your experience, how it's working for you. This is a pretty big peut-être for me. You know, here in Montreal, like, I still haven't seen the YSL Blue mascara. I think it's online, but not even in store, because they have like a beautiful cobalt blue, which I would love for summer, but I still haven't seen it. So it's just, I don't know what's going on with YSL and their beauty collections here in Canada, or Montreal at least. So anyway, peut-être, maybe. Moving on to Armani Beauty, we have a new setting powder from them. Okay, this is a silky smooth powder that absorbs excess sebum, feels smooth on the skin, gives a natural glow. It contains about 30% skincare, gives the skin a cooling feel like a water mist, feels moisturizing. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so this must be translucent. It just looks invisible. It kind of, the photo makes it look a little bit blue. I think that's supposed to lean into that cooling feeling. I've never tried a face powder that feels cool, like cooling on the face. That sounds interesting. I don't know if that's true, if that's correct, if they're just selling me lies here, but that sounds interesting. And I also just like the promo photo with the water and the mist. It's giving me a cooling, refreshing mist. I think that this could be interesting. I've never tried an Armani face powder, but I am wearing their concealer. I love it. I love their foundation, love their blushes. They have a lot of good products. I haven't tried this. I'm really interested about, so it's 30% skincare, the ingredient list, and gives a cooling water-like mist feeling. That's interesting. I think that's interesting. Could be innovative. Let's hope they're not just blowing smoke everywhere, but I think that could be interesting. It sounds innovative, which is very fun. Let me know what you think. I know that By Terry has a face powder that's supposed to be very watery and like hydrating, things like that. Face powder wise, I love the Givenchy. I love the Givenchy face powder. That one doesn't feel cooling, but it doesn't claim to be either. Peut-être. This is a big maybe, a big peut-être for Armani. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried a cooling face powder. Next up from Nars, we have the Nars Light Reflecting Hydrating Primer. Take your luminosity to the next level with the Light Reflecting Hydrating Primer, a refreshing lightweight primer enhanced with natural glow for 12 hours of smooth and seamless makeup. Interesting. So this has a bunch of skincare ingredients in it. It says it's innovative makeup skincare hybrid infused with 93% skincare ingredients to improve the skin's texture, reduce the look of fine lines, and boost brightness over time. I love the Nars Radiance Primer that they currently have. It has a bit of peach and pink to it, but I found that a lot of the base products for Nars recently have been very difficult to find, just sold out everywhere. So this sounds like my cup of tea. This sounds like my jam. This sounds like something I would wear, a hydrating primer, something light, natural, glow, boost, blah, blah, blah. These are words that I look for in products. So I think this is a oui for me. I would try this out. It just sounds like something that I would already like. When I'm testing products, sometimes it's difficult to figure out, should I just stick to products I know I already like or try something new? But I think this already sounds like something I would like, so I'm willing to spend my money on this one. Next up is something from Makeup by Mario. So we have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum, a multi-purpose liquid bronzer to create a sun-kissed glow with a second skin finish for a soft sculpt. This sounds really interesting. So I haven't really tried any Makeup by Mario, but something about this just intrigues me. I like that it's a pump, so you could technically just like apply it like a primer filter type of thing, but then you have the wand and you could contour with it. Now, the problem so far is that I'm not sure. So I actually ordered this from Sephora. I'm currently waiting to receive it. I haven't gotten it yet, but it's coming soon. The thing is, I think I may have ordered a shade too light. I got the shade, I think it's light to medium. I think I should have gotten the medium because now that I'm thinking of it, as summer goes by, I'm going to tan more just by going outside. So maybe I might exchange it for the medium shade because I want something that's going to be sculpting and glowy and all those things. I just think that this looks interesting. I like something that's my skin but better, no foundation, just sort of sculpting, bronzing, glowy type of thing. So this to me looks interesting. Literally waiting for it to arrive in the mail. I hope you're looking forward to seeing a review of this because I just saw this and thought, that looks like fun. And last but not least, we have something here from House Labs. This is Lady Gaga's makeup line here. And this is a new cheek product. So it's actually a sort of stick. It's a lip and cheek glass stick. It's supposed to give you like a glassy, shiny look. I don't know. I'm very skeptical. A serum-based high pigment blush with more than 70% skincare. It's really just the hype now, skincare everywhere. And proprietary complexes that hydrate, make the skin look more plump and long-wearing and glassy, like a glassy balm-like effect. This sounds terrible. I don't know, like this sounds awful. Like this sounds like it's just going to be shifting and moving all of the makeup underneath. No? Like maybe if you wear this on bare skin with nothing else, technically it's a lip and cheek product, so you can use it on both. But I just think if you have even just like a skin tint and you apply that, won't that just, something about the glassy effect makes me think that it's just going to move everything around. The arm swatches look like water. Like they look like lip gloss, to be honest. Like if you said that those were lip glosses or very glossy lipsticks, I would believe you. I'm not sure how that's going to work on the cheeks. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong here, but this to me just looks like a gigantic mess. And I get the idea of a blush that's luminous and looks healthy, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if water glossy cheeks is really the way to go. Yeah, I think that's a pretty big non merci. So yeah, I guess this time around, I'm not really spending my money too much. I'm kind of like clutching my purse closed because a lot of these just don't look that interesting, which is honestly refreshing for me because it's much safer for me. I have a mortgage to pay. It's better for me if I don't find everything absolutely enticing, but I cannot wait to hear from you in the comments. Let me know which releases look interesting to you, which ones look like a big fat non merci. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you take the time to do so. We talk a lot about new luxury releases. I do lots of reviews and tutorials, so please take the time to subscribe. On that note, that is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.